My name is Tanveer Muhammad Masood, and in this YouTube video I'll be talking about various important sections, very crucial sections of the Companies Act, and which has basically not been amended by the Companies Act of 2013. Now, one such important section, a very crucial section, is Section 262 of the Companies Act, and which basically deals with casual vacancy. Casual vacancy basically states that when there is any sort of vacancy occurring in any private or public limited company, the company is basically faced with two options. First and foremost, if the company has adopted Table A as its Articles of Association, then the board of directors of the company can fill the casual vacancy only if that director was appointed in the general meeting of the company. Secondly, board of directors can appoint additional director by Section 290 of the Companies Act. Last but not the least, board of directors cannot appoint alternate director by Section 313 of the Companies Act. Other option that is left with the company is the fact that the company, in case hasn't opted for Table A as its Articles of Association, then what happens under such situation? As a result of the fact that the company hasn't adopted Table A as its Articles of Association, the board of directors of the company basically has this authority to appoint, or rather fill the casual vacancy by appointing the director who has been appointed in the general meeting of the company, and the director who fills the casual vacancy goes on to hold office till the next annual general meeting of the company. So this is what Section 262 is all about. If I could summarize Section 262. 262 basically states that in case of casual vacancy in any company, there are two options left with the company. First and foremost, if the company has adopted or has rather opted for Table A as its Articles of Association, then there are basically three sub-options left for with the board of directors. The board of directors can fill casual vacancy only if the director was appointed in the general meeting of the company. Secondly, the board of directors cannot appoint alternate director. Last but not the least, board of directors cannot fill or rather appoint alternate director as per Section 330 of the Companies Act. Situation, or rather scenario 2, states that if the company hasn't opted for Table A as its Articles of Association, then under such situation, the board of directors can fill casual vacancy by appointing the directors who have been appointed in the general meeting of the company, and they would hold office till the next annual general meeting of the company. Another important section which is considered as the heart and vein of the Companies Act is Section 290 of the Companies Act. 290 basically deals with additional director, and additional director basically can be appointed by passing special resolution at the general meeting of the company, or maybe they may be appointed at the annual general meeting of the company. Another important section apart from these two are Section 313, which deals with the alternate director. Alternate director, what happens under Section 313 is the fact that when the original director goes out of office of the state, where the registered office or where the board meetings are ordinarily held, if he goes out of office of that state for more than 3 months, then in that circumstance, in that situation, the company can appoint a replacement who would act on behalf of the original director, and once the original director returns to office after the expiry, or rather on the expiry of 3 months, the alternate director has to vacate the office. So this is the most interesting and most crucial part of Section 313. Once the original director returns after the expiry of 3 months, the alternate director has to vacate office on his return on the expiry of 3 months. So the alternate director basically holds office only for 3 months. Apart from this, Section 285 is considered to be very crucial for the running of any company that is basically adhering by the Companies Act of 2013. It states that board meetings are basically to be held after every 1 quarter. Every quarter, 1 board meeting. So that at the end of the year there are 4 board meetings held. 3 quarters is equal to 4 board meetings. This is the norm that has been laid down by Section 285 of the Companies Act. Therefore, if I could exemplify further, one board meeting, or rather, 1 quarter is equal to one board meeting, or 3 months is equal to one board meeting. At the end of the year, there should be 4 board meetings. 3 quarters is equal to 4 board meetings. So, at the end of 12 months, there should be at least 4 board meetings, and this is the norm that has been set by Section 285 of the Companies Act. Well, when we are talking about board meetings and the various norms and adherences that needs to be followed, let me talk about the quorum as well. The quorum for board meetings. The quorum for board meeting is very simple. 1/3 of the total strength, or 2 directors, whichever is higher. 1/3 of the total strength of the total number of members, or 2 directors, whichever is higher. This is the quorum of the board meeting as per Section 285 of the Companies Act, but this has been amended and by the Companies Act of 2013. The quorum basically states, as per the Companies Act of 2013, is total number of members present in the meeting. There is no calculation, there is no numerical calculation of 1/3 of the total strength or 2 members. This has basically been taken care of by total number of members present at the meeting.